Welcome to Spotlight New England. I'm one of your hosts, Audrey McClelland.
And I'm Ashley Erling, and you know what today is.
It's Wednesday favorites.
It's what we're loving.
That's right. I love it. I get excited about this.
I do too. But I can't always think of something. But like there always is something.
There always is something.
Like
totally.
It's more of like you just have to kind of like.
And you had a good one last week.
I did have a good one last week. It was made up, but
it was so good. Yeah.
All right, you start.
All right. So I bought these. These are actually like a press-on eyelash.
Okay.
Fake eyelashes.
So do you wear fake eyelashes?
I don't. So the reason
I didn't think you.
The reason why I'm loving these is because I do love eyelashes.
Yes.
Remember, I used to get them done.
Yes.
I did.
We've both been down that road.
And
a time
you know
or
what?
two.
Right. I just couldn't keep up with it or all that.
No,
so I
it's too hard.
asked like some of my friends. Actually, Leah Carlson is one of them. We know Leah. She owns La La Lux. Erica Wright is one of them.
Yeah.
And they both did say like the Ardell Professional. Like the Ardell is a good brand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just give me ones that are like super easy.
Okay, so that's no glue.
No glue. And actually, Leah told me that these are what, when she's doing brides makeup.
Yeah.
She said, I always tell them to buy these before I come because these will stay on all day.
Wow.
And she goes, they're the easiest for her to put on, but then if like one falls off during the day,
you can just pop
like
another
the bride
one on.
or bridesmaids could easily help her pop it in.
Really?
So under lash extensions, I just thought these are great.
They go under them.
They go under, like under there. But they're all
so have
pretty
you tried them yet?
I haven't tried them yet. They just came in.
And they come with like a tweezer?
They come with a little tweezer. They just came in like this past weekend when I was away.
Yeah.
It's like the box. And I just got like a natural length because I don't want to be too over the top.
Especially because sometimes you just want a couple on the end.
Yes. And
you don't necessarily want like the full.
No. And that's what and I will say I was going to try to put them on this morning for the road show.
Why are you wearing them?
And I just like, you know, when I was kind of like zoned into my work and I looked at the clock this morning. It was like 8:34.
You're like, now is not the time.
And I'm like, I can't experiment with these.
I'm dying to see what they look like.
So these are like one of my favorite things that I ordered, and I was, you know, when you get excited, something's in.
Yes.
That was how I was.
I can't wait to hear, if they're easy to put on and if they stay on.
I'm gonna see if they stay on. So if tomorrow you're watching me and you see like a little
like
fly away on my cheek,
you're gonna be like, it's a caterpillar.
Audrey, not good.
Okay, mine is something I've mentioned to you before, but I didn't get a chance to deep dive on what it is. So this is a specialty one, but this is the Kate McLeod, I have no idea if I'm saying it right, body stone.
Yes.
So I've been using these since around like the holiday time because I saw it pop up on some influencer's page, something whatever, and I was like, that is up my alley because I'm obsessed with moisturization.
I love these.
Obsessed. So this, instead of being a lotion, it's like a lotion bar. Now this one in particular is not like the normal one because they did a special thing just for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Of course, like a sucker, I bought it.
But just like...
So this one is in the shape of a heart, which normally they're not, but they come in this gorgeous little cloth. Normally they're just round. Okay.
I love the heart though. So cute.
No, it's adorable. And it's just a solid stone. Like that you just rub on and your skin warms it up.
It's very cool.
And that's your
it.
lotion.
And that's it.
And I feel like it's just
Let me feel the top of your hand. It's not because it's not greasy at all.
No, so and the thing about it is that it's I should have looked this up before I went. Let me just read off the side. It's because it's made out of it like turns into body oil because
gotcha. But yeah, like you can snap
because of
your
what
fingers.
it's made out of. Whatever.
You can snap your fingers. It's not greasy at all.
It's a concentrated formula, so it really like does
great.
last. And they have all different ones that are like
and it smells good.
Different scents. This one is a sweet blossom made out of like rhododendron or something, which I think is cool. But they're all like natural ingredients. You know,
those
it's
are
like
great.
Clean hippie stuff. Yeah. Like whatever. But they have different ones.
I love it.
I have another one at home that's like an amber fragrance, and they have one that is called the grounding stone. And it like that one smells different. They have one that's lavender for more of like a nighttime.
So you get all these different.
So I'm working on my whole. See, I
love it. But you know what I love too is you had mentioned it was a great gift. That is a great gift for somebody.
It is a great gift, and honestly, I think it's just for me. It's been like easier than like the lotion thing because sometimes in the morning when I'm getting ready, it's so cold, and the lotion makes me even colder.
It's like cold lotion.
Like you're putting I'm trying to warm it up in my hand before. But
that is like
I
have to get myself
like
one of those.
Not cold, and your body warms it up, so it just
absorbs.
Easy. And I just think it's like a little luxury. It's one of those
like
little luxuries that feels like a little bit special and like just kind of like adds to your normal daily. And it really works. Like it's like I really like.
I love it.
The formula.
It's a great pick.
Yeah. So
Very good pick.
What I'm loving.
Well, I love doing these Wednesday segments. So much fun. But stick around because we have a great guest coming up next with something that we love to talk about too and indulge in. So stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Spotlight New England. Our next guest, it's all about charcuterie, but not just regular charcuterie boards. We're talking like elevated, ones that you like are just in awe of. Emily McCoy, who we just adore from Fig and Fromage. You are here with us today to talk about your business and how you've grown it and really just how the last 3 years you've just really, like I was saying to you before we came on, it like exploded.
Yeah.
You've really like grown like crazy. So welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And and I do say this, they're not just regular charcuterie boards. These are elevated. They are just like next level boards that people just love to have at parties or functions. Where did this idea come from that you just wanted to start this?
Yes, you're right. They are more of an experience, I would say. But it really started, I actually went to Italy. And I came back.
Where all great ideas begin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I just fell in love with like their charcuterie ritual and like the simplicity of the way that they eat. And when I got home, I was just like, all right, where can I get the best Italian cheeses? And I started making these boards for my friends and family, and it kind of just blossomed from there. And yeah, it started with small charcuterie boards, and now we're doing these big events, big grazes. Every table I feel like is getting more props and flowers, and they just truly are so indulgent and special.
They really are.
I know that, in Italy they have that whole, what do they call it? Like the aperitivo hour kind of a thing. And that's kind of like what I envision with your creations that you do, because it's almost, it is simplistic in that the food is simplistic, but it's almost like art in a way, because it's a whole experience.
Totally.
Tell us more about your process of kind of creating that.
Yeah, so you're right. It does become an experience for people, and it becomes like the showcase of any event, which is so fun, because my favorite thing about the whole process is just, having this vision of what this event is going to look like, and then sourcing all of the local ingredients and the cheeses that we can get, and even like down to the props. We love to like antique, and so every table, everything that's on the table has like an intention and a meaning, whether it's like a spoon passed down from my mom or like something I thrifted at like the Brimfield flea market.
Oh my gosh.
So everything is different and like catered to whatever event the client is hosting. So it makes it feel really special. And then to watch everyone kind of like gather around the table and be like, oh, have you tried this? Have you tried that? It's just so fun for me to share that moment.
I will say at Ashley's bridal shower that we had at our friend Rosie's house.
I should have grabbed a picture.
Yeah,
I know, because it was unbelievable. We had gotten there, we got there early to set up, and just to, I wish I had time-lapsed it, just to watch, to your point, it go from like Rosie's Island to this unbelievable showpiece. It's like a great way for you to put it. Yeah. And it just was unbelievable to see all the pieces. It was like watching a puzzle be put together. And even when I thought it was done, there was more to put out and more to do and more to create. And it was just like the hub of the party. It was really where everybody gathered. And is that like the intention, is that it's a gathering, it's joyful.
It is, yeah. It's funny you say that. Like, I feel like if we didn't have a time to stop for the event to start, we would just keep going. Because I'm like, oh, it needs more flowers, more flowers. But yeah, no, it all comes together, and everything is just so meaningful that's placed on the table, and it's just so fun to create. And yeah, people love it. People love just like being able to walk up to a grazing table and pick what they like, rather than having like a sit down. Like, it gets people up, it gets people talking and mingling. So that's super fun.
I love that kind of like explosion of, we'll call it a trend, if you will, of like the, charcuterie. But like, people have been doing this forever. Like, we always had an antipasto platter at every Sunday family function, which is a similar situation. But where do you start when you're kind of putting something together? Obviously, I assume your, customers and clients have ideas, but I know you do a wide range of things too. Like, it's like you really have kind of grown into almost like a catering service too, and not just like a board, situation.
Right. Yeah, so it depends on the event. Like showers and anything bridal, we do a lot of like little finger sandwiches and tea sandwiches and things that are super like fun and dainty like that. That's like a little treat. And then the process really is just having a vision, and then I will make like a little vision board for each event, whether it be like their
love
colors or
that.
what flowers, what's in season is a huge thing because like we love using local things from farmers markets and florists. So and then, you know, getting it all to the event and just starting to build it. I really don't know what the board's going to look like till I'm finished, because once I'm creating, like, it's so fun and I'm just like in the moment. So then when we get to look back, I'm like, oh, this ended up looking so different than I even thought, but I love it just because you're just in the creative process.
I love that. And one thing that is so incredible about you is that you're doing a double duty. This is not your main job, and it just blows my mind how you're able to balance the two. How do you balance, or is it me silly asking you that, how you balance the two?
No, yeah, it is definitely a balance, but I have someone who helps me. Her name's Jess. She's amazing. So it's great to have someone who also has a creative eye that can kind of help with events. So like we can definitely, you know, kind of work together and do the balancing. And then, yeah, I just have to stay as organized as I can and yeah, just power on through.
Because it isn't easy. And, you know, every time we have women on here who are business owners and have gone after their dreams, it's always fascinating that the passion just leads them. It's just a matter of there's no other option. Like, I want to make this work. It's almost just that's it. Like, is that kind of how your mental state is?
Absolutely, yeah. When I first started, you know, I kind of dipped my toe in, and then there was such a big reaction of people wanting the boards that I was like, I'm doing this. Like, we're going for it. And yeah, I've never once thought like, oh, I need to take a step back. I'm more just like, all right, I need to just keep propelling myself forward, keep going, finding new ideas. And yeah, it's just been getting bigger and bigger. So it's great.
I love how creative you are. I've talked to you a little bit about that. And, you know, I feel like what you're describing, how every event's like a little bit different and you have like different things at certain events, is just like really special and an elevated way to do things. You really seem to have a gift for kind of like entertaining, hosting. Where does that come from?
Yeah, that's so funny you say that because I love to host so much, but I actually don't have a house. I live in an apartment, so I can't host. So this is like my outlet for hosting. It's just hosting for strangers, kind of. But yeah, ever since I was little, like, me and my mom were just talking, and I actually used to like make them little menus and like set the table when I was like 8 and like host for them. And I've just always had like a knack for that, wanting to host, working in the restaurant industry for so long. Just loving making food beautiful and making experiences feel super elevated. Yeah, I love Martha Stewart. Like, I've always just been like, I need to work with Martha Stewart. You'd
fit right in. You have the creative piece.
You know what's so cool though is that now, like, of course, Martha Stewart's always gonna be Martha Stewart. You cannot touch.
No.
Like, I back in the day when she had her show, remember? And like, was that the 90s or the early 2000s? I mean, I would watch that show with my parents like every weekend. We absolutely love that show. But what's cool now is that like, people use social media platforms and like YouTube as a way to like share all of that stuff now. So now there's room for other people to kind of share and get inspiration. Like, I love just scrolling through TikTok and seeing what people like Wishbone Kitchen are doing.
Yeah.
I love
or
that.
like stuff like that. Are you using social media? I feel like you should be if you're not. This is more of like a pep talk in a way. But like, I would love to see more of like you doing these things because I think you're so good at it.
Thank you. And yes, I'm the same way. I love watching people, you know, that I follow, like what they're creating. That's where I get so much of my inspiration and ideas from. And yes, I totally want to go down that road. And I've tried to like film myself.
It's so hard
events.
because you have to like
so hard.
work,
and
but
I
you
always
can't
forget.
film yourself. I know.
That's the toughest part. You forget.
Or I'll start like, I have so many videos of my phone and it's just like the blank table, and then it's supposed to be the after, and then I forget because I'm like, you know,
you're like, it looked great. It did.
It's such a real thing. We talk about it all the time too. We're like, we should do day in the life of videos, and then the day's gone by, and we're like, I filmed nothing.
3 hours missing. Yeah.
Yes, totally.
But I love that type of content. Like, I would love to see you doing that because it's like, so, to me, like, it's so inspirational, and that's the type of content I, no pun intended, eat up. So I just, like, for me, especially with the styling, like you're talking about, like adding to all of that, like the finds from Brimfield, like I just love all of that.
Because like, where does it start? So like, when you're, you know, sitting down with someone that you're going to do a special event for them, let's even say a bridal shower, you're sitting down with either the bride, like what are the first questions that you ask?
I want to know like what their vision is, whether it be what colors they want incorporated, what kind of flowers they like, what type of menu they're envisioning. Are they envisioning like, you know, a lot of tea sandwiches and salads, or do they want just charcuterie? And then we offer, you know, like the leveled grays, and that's where all the props come in. So do they want something super elevated? And, you know, it's fun. I did a bridal shower over Christmas, and they wanted a like a pink Christmas theme. It was
So
almost
cool.
like Cindy Lou Who.
Yeah.
And I ate that up. I'm like, yes, we're gonna get like, you know, pink Christmas ornaments and little pink bows. So it really is whatever they're envisioning, and then I just put kind of my own spin on it.
So fun.
Now you like storyboarding things out? I mean,
Absolutely.
I don't have that talent at all. So I'm trying to think like how your creative brain hones it in, because it starts with like, it could be anything.
Yeah.
And you have to hone it down to something special.
Yep. So Pinterest is my best friend.
Oh yeah, Pinterest is great.
I am making a Pinterest board, especially for, you know, bigger events that I know I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to get a lot of props for. And, you know, I'll see something in a picture and be like, I just need to find something similar. And then I just hit all my favorite thrift stores
Yeah.
and, you know, try to find that element. And yeah, that's kind of how it
That's
all
how it all
starts.
starts.
to come
To
together.
that point, though, what are some of your favorite local thrift stores or places to source things from?
We actually have a great one in Wakefield, Consignments Ltd. I
Okay.
get so much stuff there. They have really good finds. Corner Cupboard in Wickford.
I'm gonna like watch this interview back later. Write this down. Keep going. Keep going.
Obviously, the Brimfield Flea Market is like great to go.
So
and stuff.
I haven't been yet, and it's on my like literal bucket list. And I know the first one's in May this year, right? So I'm
Yes.
like, maybe May.
Yes, it's so much fun. You bring like a wagon and you can just fill it with all props. And yeah, I have so much stuff that I've gotten.
When
there.
we were kids, my parents used to bring us to Brimfield every year. And just as a kid, I remember being like, do we have to go again?
Oh, yeah.
But like my parents would entice us with antique marbles. They'd be like, let's find antique marbles.
that's
And
a
my
good
mom and
idea.
my dad still have all the jars that we would buy
Oh
as
my gosh,
kids
that's
with
so-
all the marbles in it, because it was just a simple way for them to get us excited to
Yeah.
try to find them at the different booths.
I love that.
But it is a really cool place.
It
Now
is.
as an adult, I appreciate it so much on a different level than I did as a
Definitely.
kid.
You know,
Yeah.
and being a small state, we actually have a decent amount,
We
I
do.
feel, of places
Yeah.
that you can go and find like antiques and just cool things,
Yes.
homeware, home goods.
I know, it's great. We have so much in this little state.
It's my favorite pastime.
So where can our viewers, anyone's watching right now, they're like, okay, we have to bring Emily in. We have a big event coming up.
Or a
We
small event.
Or a small event, right.
Right.
Where should they go? Should they go on Instagram, or they go to your website?
Definitely check out my Instagram. It's Fig and Fromage RI, and then my website as well, figandfromageri.com. And yeah, we're really excited for spring. We're going to be launching these like a to-go grazing board. So you'll actually be able to get 3 boards, and they come all assembled. And then all you have to do is put them out. It also comes with like the flowers that you need. So you get like a 6-foot graze,
So
and you can
smart.
put it together in like under 30 minutes.
That's amazing.
So
Great
perfect
idea.
for spring. We have so many
Yeah.
fun events in the spring, graduations.
Oh, yeah, that's
Mother's
right.
Day,
Yep.
Easter. So yeah,
I guess like spring, it's like, that is like your.
That just
it's
got me so
blooming.
excited for spring, just to
Spring
even
is
hear
so
you
fun.
talk about all of
Like,
these events. I'm
I
like,
know.
yes.
Everything's gonna be in bloom. It's gonna be great.
So good. I can't wait.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. This is
Absolutely.
great.
Big fans. I know we have to show the photo because
I know. I wasn't. You know what?
I had them too on my phone too. It was outstanding. It was
Yes.
unbelievable. But
Awesome.
loved it. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And stick around. We have more to come with Spotlight New England.
Okay, speaking of spring.
Yes.
So this weekend we spring ahead with the
We
clocks.
do spring.
Which
I'm excited.
is, I am excited too. Normally, I don't like the spring ahead for a couple of reasons. One, because we lose an hour.
Yeah.
But 2, because like you get more daylight on the back end, which
Yes.
is great. I'm not complaining about that, but like
But-
we lose it in the morning
Yes.
now,
Which I've been loving the
I
morning with that
know
light.
it's been like energizing to have even that first light a little bit earlier. But
been great.
regardless, we'll get there eventually.
Yes.
But there was actually this thing I found that was talking about how spring cleaning can be good for your mental health.
Yep.
And, you know, it's exactly what you think, that like decluttering, cleaning can also clear your mind and like make you less overwhelmed, etc.
Right.
And you said that like this is very true for you.
This is so true for me. And, you know, and I was telling you guys before we came back on. So I remember when I was younger, my Nana always would tell me, listen, if you want to wake up in the morning, because we had 4 little boys and I felt very overwhelmed.
Yeah, I
and
bet.
bottles were everywhere. And I would always just go to like always in a state of chaos, I felt like. And I remember, like, I can see it as clear as day. She was sitting at, like, my little, like, kitchen table, and she was like, darling. She always called me darling. And she's like, you know what the secret is? She's make sure your sink every night is clear and your counters are clear before you go to bed. And she goes, everything else, just kind of let it fall. She goes, but that kitchen cleaning before you go to bed at night, she goes, that can just be so good for you. And I've continued to do that through like 20 years of just making sure that sink is clear, put them in the dishwasher, and that my counters are as clear as I'm going to get them. They're not like completely
I know,
bare.
I'm like very impressed by this.
Not completely
especially
bare.
considering how many people at any given time are in your house.
And like, you're right. But it's just enough for me that when I go up, I'm like, okay, because we wake up early.
Yes, we get up very early.
And when I come down in the morning,
we're the
last
first
thing I wanna
ones
see
down there. And
is
like,
chaos.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it does set the intention for the day.
Yes.
Like if I come down, I'm like, oh my God, like nobody cleaned.
Right.
This is disgusting. Like, why am I doing this before I get to my morning stuff? It just sets me off on not the best foot.
Do you have any sort of like spring cleaning like rituals or anything like that you do?
I mean, not really. Matt would be like, no, she doesn't. Like, no, she doesn't. But, you know, I mean, listen, I always try to go through right now, like the kids' clothes. I always try to get rid of stuff that they don't fit in anymore.
Yep.
There's people that need them, so I'm big into donating them, you know, like really just doing what we can. And then other than that, honestly, Ashley, getting rid of the stuff that we don't use in our house.
I know. Decluttering.
Just decluttering like crazy.
I've gotten, I think, better about it because now I live with other people.
I was gonna say, this has to be
so
different
this
for
is
you.
again, this is all very transitional for me. So I'm finding my way. But you know, in the past, and I've lived alone, I've never even had to change over my closet.
Right.
So now I do because we don't have a ton of closet space.
Right.
Which is something like, I'm learning to live with. But I will say this as like a silver lining, it's in the process of making me a little bit more organized when it comes to like my clothing and like
and everything
where
else.
I keep it. And then even at the end of those seasons now when I'm kind of like flipping over the closet, getting rid of things that, either don't fit or just aren't really like things that I enjoy wearing anymore or whatever the case may be. So I feel like...
Do you feel solid? Like you got it down?
No, I wouldn't say that. But I always feel accomplished after I do. I remember when I put all my winter clothes out this year, leading up to, and it takes me a while. Yeah. It's something I'm not good at, but afterwards I was like so proud of myself.
Like it's done? You felt accomplished?
Doing it, and I was like, you know what? I really don't need probably as much as I have, so I'm working on it. It's something I'm working on. What I do love though, no matter what, is when that nice weather hits. Yeah. Opening the windows.
Oh, that within itself.
Like getting fresh air. And I'm a big fresh air person.
Yeah,
like,
that would be
I
a big
just feel
thing.
right now like we've all been stuck inside the houses with the windows closed because it's like
and the
there's
flu,
so much
the flu has been
snow
going
and
around and all that.
And we've been doing renovations in our house because we had that pipe burst. So like,
so you really need it.
There's chaos right now.
You need it.
So I'll be happy when spring comes and at least we can like live outdoors as well.
Absolutely. And one thing too, like I always like to kind of even just like clean my car.
Oh my God, my car is so bad right now.
Because it is disgusting, but I have like all like winter stuff in it. Hats and gloves and just things that like I don't need.
It's my other closet.
I don't need, right, exactly. So we're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're so close. But springing ahead this weekend, so don't forget to do that. And that's just like one of those little signs we were just talking about with Emily that's like, we're so close. Just power through. Like, it's coming. We're almost there.
Oh, almost.
Thank you for joining us today on Spotlight New England. You can always catch us here at 12:30 and we re-air at 8 p.m. as well. We'll see you next time.